Hello everyone, my name is Axel C. Cañete. Welcome to my video, and today we're going to discuss about deductive reasoning. So before we discuss about deductive reasoning, let us define first what is reasoning. So reasoning is action that we take whenever we think or wanted to say something in a logical or in a more sensible way. Also, introduction is a chronologic behind deductive. The definition of reasoning is understanding reasoning as a logical process for forming conclusions. We also have two types of reasoning. We have the deductive reasoning and inductive. But for today, let us focus more on deductive reasoning. So the importance of logic. We are discussing the role of logic in forming accurate conclusions. And for the applications in real life, how deductive reasoning applies in everyday situations. So what is deductive reasoning? So understanding the process from general premises to specific conclusions. Logic process, deductive reasoning involves deriving a conclusion based on established premises, ensuring a logical and consistency. We also have general to specific. It transitions from broad generalization to specific instances, allowing for precise conclusions. So the truth of premises, the validity of the conclusion hinges on the truth of the premises, emphasizing the need of an accurate information. So the structured approach, deductive reasoning follows a structured method, typically involving two premises leading to a conclusion. So what are the key characteristics of a deductive reasoning? We have the first one, we have the general statement initiation, where deductive reasoning begins with the broad premises that set the stage for a logical progression, establishing a foundational truth. For the second one, we have the truth dependency of conclusions. If the initial premises are accurate, the derived conclusion must also hold truth, emphasizing the importance of a valid premises. And for the third one, we have the movement from general to specific. This reasoning method transitions from overreaching the statement to a specific conclusion, allowing for a precise interference. So, we have the structure for deductive reasoning. For the first one, we have the premises one, which is the foundational general rule or statement that sets the stage for a reasoning. We have the second, or the premises two, or the premise two, a specific case that is related to the general rule, helping to form a connection, or we can link into the premise one. You also have the conclusion, which is the logical outcome derived from the combination of both premises. And we also have the logical flow, or the process that ensures if premises are true, the conclusion must also be true. And for the fifth one, we have the general to specific. Deductive reasoning moves from broad statements to specific conclusions. So, we have the first example, we have Socrates. So, the first premise one is all humans are mortal. Premise two, Socrates is immortal. As you can see here, the premise two is linked to premise one, and also the premise one and premise two is fact, which makes it the conclusion also true. Therefore, we could say that Socrates is immortal. We also have the second example. Dolphins. All mammals have hearts. Dolphin is a mammal. Therefore, dolphin has hearts. We have that example 3, which is penguins. For the first premise, or premise 1, we have all birds have feathers, which is the general premise to applicable to the entire bird species, setting the foundation of our conclusion. We also have the premise 2, which is a penguin is a bird. This specific statement categorizes penguins within the broader group of birds confirming they are shared common traits. And for the conclusion, we have that penguin has feathers. The conclusion drawn logically follows from the premises, illustrating deductive reasoning in action. So therefore, all birds have feathers. A penguin is a bird. Therefore, we can say a penguin has a feathers. So for the example number 4, we have apples. The first premise here is that fruits have seeds. Fruits have seeds, and apple is a fruit. Therefore, we could say that an apple has seeds. For the sorry about example number 5, it is repeated and which is also discussed in example number 1. So let us proceed on example number 6. So here in example number 6, we have triangles. And for the premise 1, all triangles have 3 sides, which is this a fundamental property of a triangle, establishing a basic definition. For the premise 2, a scalene triangle is a triangle. This identifies the scalene triangle as a specific type of triangle adhering to the general rule. For the conclusion, we have a scalene triangle has 3 sides. Based on the premises, these conclusions logically follow the affirming the triangle properties. Therefore, if the premise 1, all triangles have 3 sides, a scalene triangle is a triangle, then a scalene triangle has 3 sides. So, for the example number 7, we have crocodiles. So, the first premises here is that all reptiles lay eggs. This premise establishes a general biological fact about reptiles that applies universally. For the second premise, we have a crocodile is a reptile. Here, we classify crocodiles within the broader category of reptiles, confirming their biological classification. And for the conclusion, a crocodile lays eggs. Therefore, from the premises, we logically conclude that crocodiles, being reptiles, indeed lay eggs. So therefore, we can say that all reptiles lays eggs, which is the general. A crocodile is a reptile, which is linked to the general of the premise 1. Therefore, we could say that a crocodile lays eggs. For the 8th example, we have example of cars. So here we could see that all vehicles requires fuel. A car is categorized as a vehicle. Therefore, a car needs fuel. For example number 9, we have shapes. So for the premise 1, we have all squares are rectangles. This premise establishes a fundamental geometric truth that applies universally. The second premise is a specific shape is a square. Identifying the shape as a square allows us to apply the general rule to this specific case. Therefore, the conclusion, the shape is a rectangle. From the premises, we logically conclude that since the shape is a square, it is also a rectangle. Therefore, all squares are rectangle, which is general. A specific shape is a square, which is linked. Therefore, we could say that the shape is a rectangle. So, for the example number 10, premise 1, all books in the library are labeled. Premise 2, a specific book is in the library. Therefore, the book is in label. We can see here that we have the similarities, which is the books. And we can see, so we can just add that the book is labeled. So, in conclusion, the power of logic, in conclusion, the deductive reasoning is a powerful tool that enhances our logical thinking and decision-making abilities. By mastering method, we can navigate complex situations, solve problems efficiently, and make sound judgments in our daily lives. So, that's all for today. Thank you. Stops. Meron ba akong isang example? Here we have premise 1. Magpasensya niyo na writing ways. All instruments create sounds, which is true. Diba? Our second premise, or premise 2, jeepney creates sound. Which is also true. In conclusion, therefore, jeepney is instrument. So, all instruments create sound, true. Jeepney creates sound, also true. In conclusion, therefore, jeepney is instrument. The conclusion is false. Even though the premise 1 and premise 2 is true, the conclusion is false. Therefore, this is not a deductive reasoning. Since it's false, so it means we're justifying it. Okay? So, that's all. Thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something today.